Egypt and the classical world cross-cultural encounters in Antiquity. I am Isis, the role of speech in the cult of Isis, chief of Amun's flocks. While Osiris has been killed by his brother Seth and his limbs dispersed all over Egypt to make sure his body cannot be found and buried, his mourning sister-wife refuses to accept that Osiris is dead. In fact, no text ever described Osiris as a dead person. The word that describes him dead is used exclusively for revenants who never received a burial in accordance with funerary rituals. Isis does not accept the killing of her brother husband, and therefore her role is not limited to lamenting. Together with her sister, Nephthys, she searches for the body parts of the deceased Osiris, which the Nile has washed ashore all over Egypt, and fends off the enemies of Osiris sent out by Seth. The early 18th dynasty star of Amun, a man who held the title chief of Amun's flocks, contains the most complete pharaonic version of the Osiris myth. His sister has provided his defense. She has driven away the rebels and fended off the deeds of the screamer Seth, through the magic power of her mouth, the power of the tongue, whose words do not go astray, effective in commanding. In joining together Osiris's limbs, Isis makes his death treatable, and it is through her speech that he receives his new status as ruler in the realm of the dead. This mythical sequence informed Egyptian funerary belief, for it is here that the interaction of linguistic and physical treatment of the body of Osiris becomes most evident, and the deceased, who is equated with Osiris, is not forgotten. In the process of mummification, which provides protection of the physical body, the associated linguistic utterances become social, action aimed at introducing Osiris the deceased to the community of gods in the realm of the dead, which guarantees his eternal existence. By having his or her body symbolically collected and joined together just as Osiris's was, the deceased escapes eternal death. Death in ancient Egypt, therefore, is not something that can happen in isolation. It requires others to care for the body, so that it can die successfully and enter a life in the beyond. Remembering and remembering are the central aspects of mummification, the physical care for the dead and linguistic management of death. The ancient Egyptians had various terms for these procedures. One of the Egyptian expressions for addressing and healing the Osiris corpse is jubilation, which, according to the Osiris hymn on the Stir of Amun, begins with the rejuvenation of a dead body, that is, mummification. Isis, the magical powerful, the protector of her brother, who sought him tirelessly, who passed through this country in mourning and did not rest until she had found him, who gave shade with her feathers and breathed a breath of air with her wings, who rejoiced, mourner of her brother.